Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Wishing is not enough, we must do. Now I call Mr. J. Shivashankara Raman, Association Secretary, 4th year BME, to speak on the Association Action Plan for the academic year 2021 to 2022.
Yeah, good morning to one and all present here. The association plan for the academic year of 21 to 22 is as follows. For the month of September, we have a seminar, and second, we have a workshop on MATLAB fundamentals, and we have a hands-on training on the basics of electrical and electronics, both are offline or online. And for the month of October, we have a webinar and a workshop on LabVIEW and a guest lecture series. For the month of November, we have an alumni lecture and an intra-department events, non-technical, and a workshop on tools for designing. For the month of December, we have an hands-on training on handling of medical equipments and troubleshooting of medical equipments. For the month of January, we have an inter-department events, technical, and we have a training on calibration of critical care equipments. For the month of February, we have a symposium, and second, we have a workshop on 3D printing and designing. In March, we have a seminar and Medgest and a workshop on designing and animation. For the month of April, we have an intra-department events, both technical and non-technical. And finally, we have a validatory function for the academic year of 21 and 22. Thank you.
Thank you. The key to success is to focus on goals, not on the obstacles. Now I call Ms. E. Soumeshri, 3rd year BME, to introduce the chief guest.
A pleasant afternoon to one and all present here. Now let's introduce our chief guest, Mr. S. Adina Milagi Pandian, founder and managing director of Adina Pandian Private Limited, Kutralam and Chennai. He has acquired his bachelor degree of engineering in biomedical engineering from Adiyaman College of Engineering, Hosur, and did his master degree in College of Engineering, Gindi, Chennai. He has an experience of assistant professor in Agni College of Technology, Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering, RVS School of Engineering, technical trainer in TBME, senior lecturer in Dhanalakshmi Srinivasan Engineering College. He also been a book publisher who published 13 books including Basic Human Anatomy, Biochemistry, Radiological Equipments, Biomedical Projects and so on, which are available in Amazon. Some of his remarkable accomplishments are he has been a life member in Biomedical Engineering Society of India and in Indian Society for Technical Education. He also gave biomedical equipment training for students and provided internships. He also did an additional course of postgraduate diploma in hospital management. He has been given a 9 honors such as Best Teachers 2018, Swami Vivekananda Award 2018 in Agni College of Engineering, Best Consistent Performer Award, Best Faculty Award, Radhakrishnan Award, and so on. He has 9 years of experience as assistant professor in Department of Biomedical Engineering in various engineering colleges. He also has his own YouTube channel which has very informative videos. He has his own website www.adinapandian.com which provides enough knowledge about the medical equipments through posts, books and videos. Once again, it's complete honor to welcome Mr. S. Adina Milagi Pandian as the guest speaker to this wonderful afternoon. Welcome you, sir.
Yes, ma. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. E. Soumeshri. That was really motivating and inspiring. Science is about knowing, engineering is about doing. Now, I would like to invite Mr. S. Adina Milagi Pandian, the founder and managing director of Adina Pandian Private Limited, Kutralam and Chennai, to deliver his address.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for the introduction about me and my Innum Corporation. So first of all, I would like to thank thanks to some of the higher officials, Principal Dr. Prabha Madam, Head of the Department Dr. Sumitra Madam, and faculty member Vigneshwaran, who is called me for this particular occasion, and all the office bearers of this association, and all the members, those who are leading this association. I am congratulating all you for this outcoming years, and God bless you all the peoples, those who are all involving towards and your work towards the association, and all getting success very soon. Okay, so come to the point. Today's topic regarding this particular inaugural function, Mr. Vigneshwaran chosen the topic. I think the topic is actually importance of the clinical engineers in the healthcare, in the medical industry actually. So I'm not going to give any board sections and all. I'm not going to show any PPTs, any presentation like kind of videos and not like that. I'm going to say something about, before you're going to lunch, I'm going to say something about the biomedical engineering, because some of them from the second year background, even though because of this pandemic situation, many of them are learn everything through the online, right? So still they are struggling to find out what is the biomedical engineering actually happen in the market. Okay, so that kind of the details I would like to share, and along with this title, importance of clinical engineer in the medical healthcare industry. So first of all, you would like to know about the medical industry, because in the medical, the word medical itself says that it includes the three different peoples, and that the first people is doctor, of course. Doctors are the most important persons to save the many sort of the lives. Doctors are like a god in the atmosphere. And the second person we can able to say for the nurses and clinicians. So nurses and clinicians are the next important gods next to the doctors. They are all the helpers of the doctors actually. And then the next concept we can able to say for the pharmacy. So they are all the vaccination creators. They are all the vaccination providers. They are also medicine providers. And the three important thing that is coming under the medical, of course. So in that particular thing, it may be a doctor, or it may be a nurses or clinicians, or it may be a the practitioners, or it may be a pharmacist. All these kind of the peoples, they are doing the job what they did in the 1,000 years back. Please remember, all these kind of the peoples, the medical involving the three different people categorizing, all these kind of the peoples, they did the same job what they did in the 1,000 years back. But now we are supposed to say we are in the modern healthcare technology. We are in the modern healthcare. We are having enough amount of equipment like this. What is the reason behind it? Because 1,000 years back or 1,500 years back, how the heart function is, the same heart, everyone is having heart now. The construction and the functionality of the heart is same as that of it. There is no changes in the physiological structure, and there is no changes in the functionality of the particular organs. But how we can able to say we are in the modern technology means because of the additional department in the medical. Apart from all these three categorizations, it includes the medical, doctors, clinicians, nurses, and the pharmacists. The one more people, they are called as an engineers. Because of these particular engineers only, we are in the modern technology now. Absolutely, it is right. Because of the modern technological equipments we have, because of the modern technologized softwares we have, because of the modern technologized medicines and the modern technological equipments we have, that is why we are in the modern healthcare now. Not because of the doctors, not because of the clinicians, supporters, nurses, and the pharmacists. All these peoples, apart from these peoples, the engineers, they're called as the biomedical engineers. See, 1,000 years back and 1,500 years back, we are using the sphygmomanometer, we are using the stethoscope. The structure of the stethoscope and the structure of the sphygmomanometer is entirely different nowadays. Even the uneducated fellow can able to use the sphygmomanometer nowadays, right? Even the uneducated fellow, he doesn't know about the equipment, but he can able to use the particular equipment, and he can able to find out what is the vital parameters of the human being. This kind of the development is done by the invention of some of the medical devices. So that is why, the reason why Vigneshwaran chose this topic, importance of the clinical engineering. So the main important functionality of the clinical engineer is to develop the healthcare into the upgrade level. The healthcare is each and every year the healthcare is going to develop. Healthcare is develop. It's not developing. Just think about it. X-ray is invented in the year of 1895. Okay, X-ray is invented in the year of 1895 by Röntgen. Before the invention of the 1895 X-ray, there is no X-rays available. There is no any other machine is available to view the internal organs. After the 1895 inventions only, everyone knows about it. The internal organs can able to view by the machine. Then before that, how they can able to understand about the heart function and how they understand about the structure of all the other organ means through the cadavers. Through the cadavers, they made to know about what are the organs is look about, how the functionalities happen, what are the structure of the heart and what is the structure of the brain and all the things. But the revolutionary era began in the year of 1895. After the invention of the Röntgen X-ray, we are definitely entering into the modern healthcare field. Now it is almost 1200 years. In this particular 1200 years, we have 15,000 biomedical equipments in the healthcare industry. In this particular 1200 years approximately, we have almost 15,000 biomedical equipments are there in the healthcare industry. Nowadays, what happened to the doctor, you know? Without the biomedical equipment, the doctor can't able to predict the exact disorders of the persons. Without a biomedical equipment help, without an aiding of the biomedical equipment, doctor couldn't find even a small amount of fever only. The person is going for the hospital to check how many temperature he have. For that also, the doctors need a thermometer, right? The thermometer is a biomedical devices. Without the thermometer, the doctor doesn't know the degree of the patient. Like that, all the 15,000 biomedical equipments are very, 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 very useful. Without that, even the doctor is there in the hospital is meaningless. It is meaningless actually. Without an equipment, the doctors there in the multi-specialty hospital is meaningless. Without an equipment, the nurses and the clinicians there in the multi-specialty hospital is meaningless. And overall, we can able to say, without a biomedical equipment, the multi-specialty hospital is totally waste. It is meaningless because we are not supposed to, because only the abnormality patients, only the persons are not in normal conditions only, they are going for the hospital to check what happened in the human body. For any sort of the checkups, even from the basics to the major, from the identification of the fever to the identification of the cancer tissues, we need an equipment. That kind of the engineers are exactly needed for the development of the modern healthcare. So I hope so. This particular sentence will clear you how far the importance of the clinical engineer is in the medical industry. Because without an engineer, there is nothing there in the healthcare. That is what I'm saying. So, sir, how it is possible, sir? I am a biomedical engineer now. I am currently doing the second year and currently doing the third year and currently doing the final year. How it is possible I can able to know about all the 15,000 biomedical equipments? And of course, once you are going to from second year to third year now, the count may be increased. Once you are going to the final year, the count may be increased up to 20,000. It is possible there. How it is possible to know about all the 20,000 equipments? It is possible, sir? No. Even I am in the field of past 15 to 16 years. I doesn't know about all the 15,000 biomedical equipments. So what is the need? What is the need of knowing about all the biomedical equipments is generating knowledge, but getting knowledge. What sort of the devices? What sort of the devices is it? And which is the purpose we are using these particular devices? And what is the functionality of this particular devices? And how we can able to, and how we can able to use the particular equipment to the patient. This kind of the things you can able to know about all the 15,000 biomedical equipments. It includes the basics to major. We can able to categorize all the 15,000 biomedical equipments into 3 different categories: major equipments, minor equipments, and critical care equipments. So these kind of the categorizations you can able to do it in the second year itself. How you can able to develop the knowledge, how we can able to search for the job. You know something, don't compare the biomedical engineering with other engineering departments. To be frank, I am saying, What sort of the equipment? For example, the repeated example I say in so many colleges, I say the same thing. Without TV, without the television, we can live. Without the car, without the scooters, without the bulb, without the light, without the mobile phone, we can able to live, right? In 2000 years back, everybody do the same thing without lights, without fans, and without TV, without radio. They can able to live because that are all the devices. That are all the devices supports you to do some of the comfortableness in the life. Okay, that are all the extra things you required for the comfortableness you need. Okay, but the medical equipment is not like that. That is not creating for your comfortableness. That is created especially for saving your life in the way of diagnosis and in the way of therapeutic. By the way of diagnosis, you need some of the equipment. What sort of the equipment? Each and every biomedical equipment have a purpose. Each and every biomedical equipment is not for the supporting aid for your life. That is an exactly used to diagnose something in your body. That is exactly used to give some of the treatment to your abnormal functionality of your organs. So that kind of the department you are studying now. So that is what you need to know about. Rather, you need to know about the clinical engineering importance. You need to know about what you are studying now. What you are studying now, you should know about the depth of the biomedical engineering first of all. And then only you can able to handle each and every concept in a detailed manner. For example, the TV is repair. That we call the TV mechanic. We call the TV mechanic. The TV is not properly done, not properly visible. Then what happened, what the particular TV mechanic did? So picture tube poaching, you can replace it. Like that we can able to use it. Then we can able to replace the TV and we can able to add some of the TV, LED TV, LCD like that. But once the surgery is going on, ventilator is not properly functioning. The surgery is going on, the ventilator is not properly functioning. That during that time we are not supposed to say this ventilator is not in a proper condition, call some of the ventilator. During that time, you need to say you are responsible to save the particular person. So you need to troubleshoot the particular devices on the time itself. You don't have any time. That kind of the critical situations will come for each and every biomedical engineer. Every biomedical engineer is going to face these kind of the situation. Okay, that kind of the department you are studying now. It is not just like a television. It's not like just like a bulbs and fans and ACs and washing machines, grinders, automobiles. Like you can able to say cars, bikes. All the things are supporting. We can able to live without that. But without the biomedical equipment, we are not supposed to live. That is what you need to know about the depth of the department first of all. Then you can able to understand how we can able to prepare for it. It's not as just like writing an exam. It's not just like getting a CGPA. It's not like just getting information from the faculty members. You are studying about the biomedical equipment. That biomedical equipment is going to save some of the people's lives. That kind of the sincerity you need to know about to study about each and every devices what you are under. So that kind of the importance is required for each and every medical industry. Healthcare is entirely different. Healthcare is entirely different from all the other sectors. You can able to say the automobile sector, you can able to say the electrical sector, you can able to say the communication sector, you can able to say the network sectors, you can able to say the processing sectors. You can able to say the computer science sector, IT sectors. That are all not relating to the human organs. That are all not relating to your human vital parameters. This is the only engineering department. This is the only engineering department. It is totally dealing with a single person's human organs. Just count. Just you can able to say the count of the human beings much more heavier in the universe. Each and every one requires medicines. Each and every one require to find out the abnormality of the patients inside it. So that is what Importance of the clinical engineer in the medical industry is this. Once you are clear about the biomedical engineering, once you are clearly knowing about the depth of the biomedical engineering, then you can able to say how far you need to prepare, how far you are important in the healthcare, how far your support is required for the doctor. So that is what the importance of the clinical engineering is. Okay. So do you have any clarifications regarding this? I'm not boring anywhere, right? Anyone reply, please?
No, sir. You can continue.
Yeah. So what would I like to say is, the next point I would like to say is equipments. Because you are a biomedical engineer, once you are finished your academic sessions, you are entering into the market. Everyone says the market is very big, market is very big. You know something? Make it simple. Your atmosphere, your working atmosphere is one, that is hospital. Because whether you are appointed as a sales, or whether you are appointed as a service, or whether you are appointed as an application specialist, or whether you are appointed as a biomedical engineer in an hospital, or you can able to appointed as a testing and quality biomedical engineer, or whomever it may be, whatever the job scopes it may be, your working atmosphere is hospital. Your working atmosphere is hospital. Then, who is your customer? The highly educated people in the society is doctors. So, whomever the job scopes it may be, in the job scopes you choose pannanalume, lifelong, unnoda customer doctors. Unnoda atmosphere is health, that is hospital. So, first thing you need to know about is, clear about the hospital first of all. Clear about the hospital first of all. Can anyone say how many departments in the hospitals? Any idea? Of course, your subsidiary is KMCH, right? How many departments in the hospitals? Can anyone reply? Your faculty members are also can able to involve. Are you listening?
20.
20 plus, right? Anything else apart from, yeah?
No, sir, 20 plus.
See, totally 56 departments there in the hospital. During the second year itself, you need to know about it. Totally 56 departments in the hospital. It includes all the kitchens, HR, all the things. In that, 40 to 43 departments consist of biomedical equipment. 40 to 43 departments required biomedical equipments. So you need to sort it out. Which are all the 43 departments is it? Which are all the 43 departments are? Which are all the equipments coming under each and every department? Why the particular department is separately needed? What is radiology? What is ophthalmology? What is ENT? What is general? What is ICU? What is sterilization? All the things. What is maternity? Which are all the equipments required for it? Why the ultrasound machine is kept under the radiology, even though it is not secreting any radiations? All the things, no, because your working atmosphere is hospital, man. So before you learn about the theoretically all the concepts behind it, you need to know about the environment first of all. At least the departments. That is an important concept for the clinical engineer. Because I'm just to say step by step the importance of clinical engineering in the medical industry. Your first step is you need to know about the departments in the hospitals. And then if you have a chance, because you are having the best chance, your KMCH is along with you. You just go and visit how many departments are there. Which are all the departments you are inspired more. Then sort it out. 43 departments there. Then sort it out. Almost 10 to 15 departments you sort. These are all the departments that are inspired more. These are all the departments giving எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு இந்த department. Sort it out. 43 to 15 departments நீங்க நோட் பண்ணுங்க. Even though second yearல எதுமே இல்லைனா கூட, second yearல நீங்க எதுமே learn பண்ணலனா கூட, sort it out the departments. In any sort of the way you are inspired, you just sort it out. For example, you shot it out and includes all the imaging equipments, all the diagnostic equipments. Then try to know about the 15 departments through books or through Google. Try to know about the 15 particular department and then make a note. Just short it out. Choose 2 equipments from each department. Choose 2 equipments from each department. That is totally 30 equipments are there. So 30 different equipments you should know about during the second year itself. What is that particular devices? What is that particular purpose of the particular devices? How we can able to use that? And which is the equipment is coming under which department? And who are all the manufacturers? Who are all the service engineers? Who are all the dealers of the particular product? All the things. Try to know it. Try to know it. Everyone having an Android mobile with you, the world is with you now. If you have an Android mobile, then the world is with you like that, it seems. Then you just check it out. Then make a note of it. All the particular 30 equipments. Then, once you choose it, then at the end of the second year, you just short it out the 30 equipments. Which are all the equipments are now trending? Which are all the equipments are now trending? Nowadays, not the trending equipments are all the radiological equipments are trending nowadays. ECG machine, vital para monitors, ICU devices, and operational theater machines. All the things are trending nowadays. If you are short it out, all these particular things, out of 30, you just short out 10 different equipments. Already you have a knowledge about 30 different equipments. Then even though you have a knowledge, then short it out the 10 different equipments now. Then keep on learning about the particular equipment furthermore in the board level. In the board level, I'm asking. In the board level, you need to know about that particular 10 different equipments. In the first, I said no, that are over 15,000 biomedical equipment. Now we shortlisted only 10 different equipments. In the board level, in the troubleshooting level, you should have a confidence about the particular 10 different equipments during the third year. The whole third year, the academic is going on side. Then these kind of the works need to be do some of the homeworks because that is required. That is required actually to face the market. So academics is keep on going. And apart from that, personally, these kind of the things you need to go for it. Then learn all the particular 10 equipments. During the end of the third year, you are expert on the particular 10 different equipments. Go somewhere else and get knowledge about it. Get some contact with the particular equipment towards some of the your seniors or some of the contacts through that. Once you are entering into the final year, try to shortlisting that particular 10 different equipment into 3. Among the 10 different biomedical equipments, choose 3 different equipments that should creating a much amount of knowledge about it. அந்த மாதிரி choose பண்ணணும். இந்த 3 டிபார்ட்மென்ட், இந்த 3 எக்யூப்மென்ட்ங்க, இந்த 3 எக்யூப்மென்ட் எது பண்ணாலும் நான் வந்து ட்ரபிள் ஷூட் பண்ணி அதை கிளியர் பண்ணிடுவேன். I can able to have a capability to make the particular equipment individually. I can able to find out what sort of the troubleshoot in the particular equipment may do. During the time of the surgery or during the time of the inspection or during the time of the therapeutical treatment, what sort of it may be, I can able to troubleshoot the particular machine. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கான்ஃபிடென்ட் 7th செமஸ்டர்ல 3 equipments வந்துருச்சுனா, during the time of the final semester, during the time of the final semester only, you are sit in front of the laptop and start preparing the resumes. During the time, the ordinary resumes, the general resumes, what is format as? In the heading, resume or curriculum vitae, under that the name or photo, and then the permanent address, and then educational qualification, hobbies, blah blah blah, everything, right? You must be a different person like that. Not like that. You must be think over differently. You are already expert in 3 different equipments. Before searching the job, before doing the preparation of the resume, just go and search the biomedical jobs. Don't search the biomedical jobs through the Google. Get straight away into the company websites. In that, the career block is there. Just go there and see how much amount of vacancies there. For example, you are shortlisted 3 different equipment, right? In that, fortunately or unfortunately, you are preparing well on ultrasound. இந்த 3 கேட்டகரியில நீங்க சூஸ் பண்றது ஏதோ ஒரு அல்ட்ராசவுண்ட் மெஷின் வச்சுக்கோங்க. அல்ட்ராசவுண்ட் வேகன்சி கேட்டிருக்காங்க பிலிப்ஸ் அப்படின்னா. Philips ultrasound vacancy கேட்டிருக்கான். Then அந்த vacancy பார்த்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா உன்னோட ரெஸ்யூம்ஸ்ல சில அடாப்டேஷன்ஸ் பண்ணணும். Clear the particular under the resume or under the curriculum விட்டு put the word I am an ultrasound specialist. Please remember in the resume itself, under the resume, I am an ultrasound specialist. Under that only your name and your address and everything, blah, 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 blah. That particular resume will inspire the HR. What this particular person did, he put in the resume heading, I am an ultrasound specialist, but he is doing the final year now. Something behind that particular person, and call him. It has happened, man. Some of the freshers get a job through this particular way only. Don't think that the freshers are not going to get a job in Tier 1 companies. If you are doing this particular way in a proper manner, you can able to get a job also. Okay, so ultrasound specialist. Then immediately, whomever the company it may be, you just inspired this particular word. Then ask him. Then in front of you, the HR is sitting in front of you. Then they are trying to ask some of the details about how you can able to put you are an ultrasound specialist. Do you have any experience? Do you face any challenges? How dare you are putting during the final year itself you are doing the same. You are putting up ultrasound specialist like that. Say confidently, sir, I know well known about this ultrasound. I have a confidence. Even if I ask any questions, I can able to reply. Or you can able to give the mission. I can troubleshoot it. I can make it function. Confidently you can, because you have enough amount of knowledge on that, no? You have a confidence. The confidence automatically created. The scaring is totally collapsed. Then you can able to inspire the particular person who is in front of you, man. Then you can able to get a job. Even the 2 years, 3 years experienced service engineer aren't able to do the particular thing. If you are doing all the things in a proper way, then you can able to do any sort of the troubleshooting. So this is the way. This is the way is very, very important for a clinical engineer. If you want to become a perfect biomedical engineer, if you want to become a perfect clinical engineer, you need to do all these things in the homework part. Don't mingle this particular thing in your academics. Academics is entirely different. Your career is entirely different, you know. Definitely, because in this particular, if you are going to work as a person, you are getting a 9.5 CGPA or you are getting a 8.5 CGPA, but you are doesn't know anything about the equipment. You don't have any clarity about any sort of the equipment. You don't have any knowledge about even how to handling the equipment. Then it is totally waste. So along with the academics, this sort of the things is also required, that you are having a much amount of beneficiary that KMCS is along with you. So that is what the importance of the clinical industry, the importance of the clinical engineering is knowledge. Learning much amount of knowledge. Go through the FDA website, the Food and Drug Administrating website. Just to see in the FDA website, the medical devices column is there. Just click it and just go and update it. Which are all the devices now the FDA is approved? Which are all the devices are getting a value in the market? All the things will be displayed over in the FDA website itself. Then you got a knowledge about it. Then you can able to, this is how we can able to find out the trending equipments means through this way only. Through this way only, you can able to find out the trending equipments. So the trending equipment is most important, man. You are shortlisted, finally you are shortlisted 3 different equipments, right? That 3 different equipment should be a trending equipment. That is why I am saying you ICU department, operational theater devices, and then that is a critical care devices. That is an ICU, and then radiology. All these devices are till the 2025, 3000 vandalume the radiology imaging devices ennikume trending la da irukku. Try to learn it, man. Try to learn, even though if it is very difficult to learn, but it is your job to learn. If you are keep on learning on that particular thing na ஒரு பாதையா நீ வந்து மேக் பண்றன்னு அர்த்தம். இது எப்படின்னா, you have got a CGPA, but you doesn't know about anything na ஒரு இருட்டுல பெரிய இருண்ட காட்டுக்குள்ள அமேசான் காட்டுல இருக்கிற மாதிரி தான். பட் நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா எக்யூப்மெண்ட் அகாடமிக்ஸ்ல படிச்சுட்டே இருங்க, மேக் அ பாத்வே கூகுள் மேப் மாதிரி ஒரு பாத்வே போடுறதுக்கு இதெல்லாம் கிரியேட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா ஈஸியா நீ நடந்து போயிடலாம் பாதையில. That's what I'm saying. So now I'm not going to give any bore like that. So overall, the importance of the clinical engineer is this: learning. Most importantly, practical knowledge. Learning is not as like is through the book. Learning is not, you can't able to get all the thing through the books. Okay, all the things நம்ம புக்ஸ்ல இருந்து எடுக்க முடியாது. At the same time, all the things நம்ம அட்வைஸ் மூலமாவே எடுக்க முடியாது. Practically you need to learn. Practically you need to handle the particular thing. பைக் ஓட்டுறது எப்படின்றத ஒரு 10 புக்கை படிச்சுட்டே இருந்தாலும் பைக் ஓட்டிடலாமா? இல்ல. You need to go and work on it. Where is the gear is and where we can, how we can able to operate it எல்லாமே. Practical knowledge is very important. Even though you are familiar about the ultrasound theoretically, practical knowledge இல்லைன்னா கிட்னி எந்த இடத்துல இருக்கு, ஹார்ட் எந்த இடத்துல இருக்குன்றத ப்ரோப் வச்சு நம்ம வியூ பண்ண முடியாது. So that's out of the things you need to require. So now, because of the short time period is very short, so I am going to give you some of the clarity about the medical devices also, man. So the importance of 15,000 biomedical equipments on Elia. So the trending equipments I will show you now. So the trending equipments I will show you. So what is the reason why I am showing you is through this particular thing you can able to understand about the medical devices practically. So அது எப்படி இருக்கு, அந்த பர்டிகுலர் மெஷினோட ஃபங்க்ஷனாலிட்டி என்ன, அந்த பர்டிகுலர் டிவைசஸ் எதுக்கெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. ஏன்னா ஸ்டில் all the universities they following the same syllabus what they are did in the 2008 or 2002. There is no updations. There is no what is RVG. RVG is a reason 2011 ல Carestream company வந்து RVG என்ற ப்ராடக்ட் விட்டாங்க. பட் எந்த சிலபஸ்லயுமே RVG என்றது இருக்காது. But nowadays it is trending. Right? So that kind of the thing, it is not included in the book. Through the practical knowledge only, if you are entering into the market, try to know about the market only, you can able to know all these things. You know DOSE, DOZE, the DOSE is a machine. It saves many of the elderly people's lives. But it is not included, but there is no words included as DOSE in your book. There is no words in there in the any sort of the books. So still we are following the compound. I am not saying it is not a follow the same thing. Follow the same thing as what the universities follows. But the thing is, you should have an extra effort to know about all the sort of the things now what has happened in the training. Okay, now we are just going to the going to lab and I will show some of the important to you. So that will make some of the that will make some of the curiosity to know about the healthcare industry also. Okay, then so I hope it is audible, right? Can anyone reply? It is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So now I am going to show some of the devices. Can anyone say any of the name of this particular devices? First of all, you just take the 4 devices. Can you please show this all the devices? Can anyone say the name of any of the devices here? Can anyone say name of any of the devices? What the person is seeing in the video? So that is what the thing is. Any final years, please? So no worries at all. So that is what. See, I told you, right? I told you during the previous session. I told you RVG.
RVG is a new trending machine in the dentistry. Dentistry is a department. They are dealing with the dental equipments, right? So this is the RVG cable. This is the newly approved device called RVG. That is called a radio visiography machine. This is a small cable. You know the price of this? 1.75 lakhs. The small cable, no? The small cable price is 1.75. The brand name is Carestream. The brand name is Carestream. What this particular device? இது 1 லட்சம் 1.5 லட்சம் ரூபாய் 2 லட்சம் ரூபாய்க்கு இந்த கேபிள் என்ன பண்ணுது? அதுதான் மேட்டர். So this is all the devices you can able to know through the FDA. FDA would idle approval it is there. Or you can able to type Carestream, CARESTREAM, Carestream. So through that you can able to find out. You can't able to find out anything in the academic books, right? So that is the knowledge you should have. Then RVG. This is especially what is the purpose of this is we can able to keep this particular device in your mouth. Okay, we can able to keep for example, I want to take the X-ray image of this particular region. Okay, cephalographic. Okay, if you want to take this particular image of this particular region, I can't able to use the X-ray directly. Because if you want to take the send X-ray directly here, if you want to use the image intensifier in this part, we can't able to get the clear image of this particular region only. Because the radiation is passed here and the radiation is emerging out from this side. So because of this particular region, all the whole oral cavity image we can able to see in the X-ray image. For avoiding this, we can able to keep this particular thing inside your mouth, where we need to take the image. And then X-ray image, then X-ray radiations, we need to put it over here. This particular thing exactly find out, exactly act as like an image intensifier, exactly act as like a detector. Once you keep the particular thing inside your mouth, once the radiation is coming to this particular region, fraction of second, the whole dental region up to the root canal, you can able to see through the monitor. So, எல்லா dentistry எடுத்துட்டீங்கனாலே RVG தெரியாம இருக்கவே முடியாது. It is the radiology. It is full and full. It is the detector actually. So that is why it is cost of around 1.75 lakhs. Then, so you know the device is called. This is phototherapy. This is phototherapy. Can you please switch on this? Switch on பண்றீங்களா? The phototherapy, man. Please remember, this is the phototherapy. It having a capability to save many of the newborn babies. Newborn babies, jaundice ஒரு disease இருக்கு. மஞ்சக்காமாலைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So அந்த jaundice disease வந்து vaccination is there, available in the liquid format and available in the tablet format. But you are not supposed to give the injections and the tablets to the newborn babies. Then how we can able to recover the newborn babies from the jaundice means using this particular phototherapy light. This particular phototherapy light, this particular blue cobalt light, it having a capability to recover the newborn babies are affected by the jaundice. So what this particular light did? Actually, what is the jaundice is? The bilirubin count is increased. That particular bilirubin count can be reduced, can be shortened by using this particular light. It is a visible light. It is not an ultraviolet light. It is not an X-ray radiation. We can able to see, right? So that it is coming under the visible spectrum only. It having a nanometer of around 350. I'm sorry, it having a nanometer of 460 nanometer, 460 to 500 nanometer, 400 to 700 is the visible spectrum. So under that only this particular cobalt blue is coming under. But this particular thing having a capability to recover the jaundice, especially for the newborn babies. Okay, so the indications. So this kind of the things is not in the book. So this is a trending equipment. Most of the newborn babies are affected with the jaundice. So the only possible way we can able to save the particular newborn babies through this particular light. So as a biomedical engineer, you need to know about it, because the doctor doesn't know. The doctor doesn't know about the intensity, wavelength, frequency and all. The doctor only know about the organs. The doctors say this newborn baby is affected by jaundice. So call the biomedical engineer, call the technician, ask them to particular thing to the patient, that is the newborn babies. Then the biomedical engineer need to choose how much amount of intensity the particular baby is required according to the bilirubin count, according to the bilirubin variations. The biomedical engineer choose the intensity of the particular light. Just think about it. Doctor கை குறிச்சார், டாக்டரால் எதுவும் முடியலன்ட்டார். அப்போ biomedical engineer இதை பத்தி தெரிஞ்சாதான் you can able to save the people, save the newborn baby. Then switch off. Yes. Then, you know, those who are all wearing spectacle, they can able to know this is an ophthalmology. What is the reason why I am showing some of the devices? No, that is the reason I would say in the last. So this is the device called slit lamp. This is the device called a slit lamp. So, you know, what is the reason why it is coming under ophthalmology department in the hospital? So what is the reason why you need to know about is, for example, some of the students are not like electronics. It is bored. Sir, ஒரே லாஸா வருது சார், சர்க்யூட்ஸா வருது சார், எனக்கு எதுவுமே புரியல. சர்க்யூட்ஸ் வருது, லாஸ் வருது, பிரின்சிபல்ன்றாங்க, அந்த மெஷ் ஈக்குவேஷன்ஸ்றாங்க, கிர்ச்சாஃப்ஸ்லான்றாங்க, ஓம்ஸ்லான்றாங்க, ஒண்ணுமே புரிய மாட்டேங்குது. ஏதாவது சர்க்யூட்ஸா இருக்கு, எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸா இருக்கு, ஐம் நாட் லைக் எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ். அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றவங்களுக்கு ophthalmology will take your hands. Ophthalmology, full of ophthalmology doesn't require any electronics here. You should know about the optics. You should know about the illumination concepts. That is reflection, refraction, rarefaction. What is the intensity, frequency? Then optics, mirror, prism, lens, biomicroscopy. All the concepts. Electronics தெரியலனா இந்த concepts தெரியும். Opticsலயும் illumination you are expert அப்படினா choose an ophthalmology. Ophthalmology is a trending department. Ophthalmology எப்பவுமே இல்ல. மனிதர் இருக்கிற வரை கண்ணுல ப்ராப்ளம் வந்துட்டே தான் இருக்கும். So ophthalmology is also coming under the trending, man. Then this is the next ophthalmology, where there is a keratometer. Keratometer means cornea. So through this particular keratometer only, you can able to find out the curvature of your cornea. What is the reason why we are supposed to know about the curvature of the cornea? With and the curvature கண்டுபிடிச்சாதான் உனக்கு எவ்வளவு பவர்னு கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். We want to know about the focal length of the particular patient. You need to know about the curvature of the cornea. So the curvature of the cornea இது மூலமா கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். Then this is trending. I shocked. நான் என்ன ஷாக் ஆனேன்னா இந்த எக்யூப்மென்ட் உங்களுக்கு தெரியலையா? The trending, the corona period இது ரொம்ப famous ஆன device. There is an oxygen concentrator. Oxygen concentrator, it oxygen. So between the ventilator and the oxygen concentrator. So oxygen concentrator having a capability to supply the oxygen, but ventilator, along with the supplying the oxygen, it will did what your lungs did. Your inspiration, your expiration, all the lungs process can able to done by the ventilator. But oxygen concentrator can able to supply the oxygen. The functionality of oxygen, the functionality of the ventilator, parts of the ventilators, then the different types of the ventilators, all there in the books. But newly trending equipment is oxygen concentrator. Many of them think that oxygen concentrator படிச்சோம்னா ventilator படிச்சிடலாம். Ventilator தெரிஞ்சா oxygen concentrator படிச்சிடலாம். கிடையவே கிடையாது. Oxygen concentrator can able to supply the oxygen only. அது எப்படி oxygen supply பண்ணலாம்? Zeolites chemical powder, pink color la irukum. And the zeolites having the capability to filter the oxygen from the atmospheric air. So on the concept la unakku theriyum. So that is what the trending equipment. நான் காமிக்க போறது சில equipments தான். You know, so many devices are like that. Those engappa. Those is then. I will show some of the trending equipments, you know. See, I told you, in the speech itself, I told you, this is the device called DOSI. This is the device called DOSI. As like as a patient monitoring, as like as a phototherapy unit. It can able to save many of the newborn babies. As like that, this particular DOSI would save many of the elderly peoples. Many of the elderly peoples, நீங்க கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க, நைட்டு தூங்க போனாங்க, அப்படியே படுத்திருந்தாங்க, அப்படியே நான் மார்னிங் பார்க்கும்போது இறந்துட்டாங்க, என்ன ஆச்சுன்னே தெரியல. மெனி ஆஃப் த கேசஸ் நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம் அந்த மாதிரி. பட் இந்த பர்டிகுலர் டிவைஸ் என்ன பண்ணும்னா, ஈவன் தோ யுவர் வார்டு பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ஆன்சைட் அந்த அந்த எல்டர்லி பீப்புள், அந்த எல்டர்லி உமனோட 2 பசங்களும் வந்து ஆன்சைட் போயிட்டாங்க, வீட்டுல யாருமே இல்ல, வீட்டுல யாருமே கவனிக்கிறது அவங்களுக்கு யாருமே இல்ல, வீட்டுல படுத்திருக்கிறாங்க, ஹை பிபி வந்துருச்சு இல்ல லோ பிபி ஆயிருச்சு. Through this particular device, the person who is in abroad, அவங்களோட பையன் இருக்கான் இல்லையா, அவங்க பையன் அப்ராட்ல இருந்தான்னா கூட அம்மாவோட கண்டிஷன் என்ன, ஹார்ட் ரேட் எப்படி இருக்கு, பல்ஸ் ரேட் எப்படி இருக்குன்றத அப்ராட்ல இருந்துகிட்டே they can able to identify during the sleep of her mother. 1 மணிக்கு 2 மணி, நைட் 1 மணி 2 மணிக்கு அம்மா உடம்பு எப்படி இருக்கு, அம்மாவுக்கு பல்ஸ் ரேட் எப்படி இருக்கு, அம்மாவுக்கு ஹார்ட் ரேட் எப்படி இருக்கு, அம்மாவோட டெம்பரேச்சர் எப்படி இருக்கு, அம்மாவோட இசிஜி எப்படி இருக்கு, அம்மாவோட சேச்சுரேஷன் வேல்யூ எப்படி இருக்கு, எல்லாத்தையுமே இந்த பர்டிகுலர் டிவைஸ் மூலியமா you can able to identify in US or UK. That particular trending device is Dosi. I will show you the small monitor, the telemetry process, the telemetry மூலியமா இதுதான் மெஷினே இவ்வளவுதான். We need to keep this particular thing under the bed of your mother. அந்த எல்டர்லி உமன் இருந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்க பெட்டுக்கு அண்டர்ல இதை வச்சிடணும், அவ்வளவுதான். இது ஒரு ஸ்கஃப் மாதிரி இருக்கும், அந்த கஃபை வந்து we can able to place. See, I will show you. So this is the cuff, no? This is not a sphygmomanometer cuff, don't think that. This is the sensor. You need to keep this particular thing under the bed. Then that will continuously monitoring your mothers and elderly women's, elderly men's ஓட vital parameter monitor பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கு. மானிட்டர் பண்றதே மட்டும் இல்லாம இது வந்து மோடம் மாதிரி. It will continuously sending the signal to the people those who are in abroad. Okay, so அப்ராட் மட்டும் இல்ல, இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஹார்ட் அட்டாக் வருது, திடீர்னு ஏட்ரியல் டிஃபிபிரிலேஷன், திடீர்னு வென்ட்ரிகுலர் டிஃபிபிரிலேஷன் ஆகுது, லோ பிபி ஆகுது, இமீடியட்டா இட் வில் கிவ் தி அலாரம் டு தி பர்டிகுலர் பர்சன்ஸ் போன். சார் போய் பார்த்தா தானே சார் தெரியும் அம்மாவோட உடம்பு எப்படி இருக்குன்னு. இன்கேஸ் அவங்க பிஸியா இருந்தாங்கன்னா எப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, இன்கேஸ் இஃப் தேர் இஸ் எனி அப்நார்மாலிட்டி தேர், அப்சர்வ் பண்ணும்போது அந்த சென்சார் அப்சர்வ் பண்ணும்போது நார்மல் ரேட்ல இருந்து அப்நார்மல் கண்டிஷன்ஸ்ல இருந்ததுன்னா இட் மேக் அன் அலாரம் டு த மொபைல் போன். அலாரம் வந்தா நீங்க பாப்பீங்கல்ல, எவ்வளவு பிஸியா இருந்தாலும் அலாரமோ போன் கால் மாதிரி வரும், அதுல ரெட் கலர் சிக்னல் காட்டும். அப்பயே we can able to identify something is happened to the baby mother's health. So என்ன நடக்குது நீங்க உள்ள போய் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஹார்ட் ரேட் ப்ராப்ளமா இருக்குன்னு அதுவே சொல்லும். That is what the development is. So once ஃபைனல் இயர் முடிச்சு வர்ற பையனுக்கு இதெல்லாம் தெரியாது. So that is an extra effort you need to put, because these are all the things the HR people are expecting. Can you please list out some of the trending equipment or HR கேப்பாரு. சார் எக்ஸ்ரே, சிடி, எம்ஆர்ஐ சொன்னா it makes sense, right? So that is what the thing what you are supposed to know about it. There are so many other devices are also there. Then we can able to find out is the laboratory sort of the thing. You know something, in the laboratory autoclave இருக்கும், in the laboratory centrifuge இருக்கும். இது centrifuge, இது autoclave, final year students தெரியும். But the most important thing is நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா லேப்ல என்ன பண்ற விஷயம் என்ன அப்படின்னாக்க, blood plasma, blood serum prepare separate பண்றதுக்கு we are supposed to use the centrifuge. Okay, but as a biomedical engineer அந்த particular விஷயம் நமக்கு தெரியக்கூடாது. ஒரு RPM செட் பண்றோம்னா அந்த RPM ரொட்டேட் ஆகுது, அந்த மோட்டார் எப்படி ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுது, சென்ட்ரிஃபியூஜ் வரும், அந்த பர்டிகுலர் நம்ம வைக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு கேசட்ஸ்க்கு என்னென்ன மாதிரி இன்டென்சிட்டி நம்ம கொடுங்க, என்னென்ன மாதிரி கேப்பபிலிட்டி வால்யூம் நம்ம செட் பண்ணணும். That kind of the thing you need to know. But in the laboratory we are supposed to use the particular device, that's all. Blood sample நம்ம வச்சிட்டு அதை ஆன் பண்ணி விட்டுறோம், அவ்வளவுதான். But that kind of knowledge is not required. Along with that you need to know about how the particular device is functioning, how the rotation made, RPM we can able to set, which is the motor we are supposed to use here. Then for the sterilization, யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, எவ்வளவு டெம்பரேச்சர் இது தாங்கும், இது ஸ்டெயின்லெஸ் ஸ்டீல் ஏன் வச்சிருக்காங்க. So all these kind of the things, there are different set of the autoclaves are there, and what is this particular thing readings are there, and how much amount of ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டையும் ஸ்டெரிலைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு எவ்வளவு டிகிரி செல்சியஸ் தேவைப்படும். Then if the troubleshoot ஆயிடுது அப்படின்னா what happen inside it, whether we can able to change the particular rod or not, what is the rod is made up of, அவ்வளவு மெல்டிமெண்ட் 100 டிகிரி செல்சியஸ் 200 டிகிரி செல்சியஸ்க்கு மேல போகுதுன்னா அப்ப அந்த ராட் என்னவா இருக்கும்? சாதாரண ஸ்டீல் போட்டோம்னா அந்த ராடால தாங்க முடியுமா? So all these kind of the things you need to know, man. Okay, then behind we can able to see the suction pump there, suction pump, infusion pump. So இது எல்லாமே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் ட்ரைனிங்ல you can see. But the most important thing, இது எப்படி ஆப்ரேட் பண்றது அப்படின்றது ஒரு நர்சஸ்க்கோ ஒரு கிளினிஷியன்ஸ்க்கோ தெரியணும். பட் ஒரு பயோமெடிக்கல் இன்ஜினியருக்கு இதோட எப்படி ட்ரபிள் ஷூட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்றது தான் தெரியணும், ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஸோ உள்ள ஸ்டெப்பர் மோட்டார் எப்படி ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுது, வாட் இஸ் த பிரின்சிபல் பிஹைண்ட் த இன்ஃபியூஷன் பம்பஸ், த இன்ஃபியூஷன் பம்போட பிரின்சிபல் பிஹைண்ட்ல என்ன இருக்கு, த பெரிஸ்டால்டிக் மூவ்மெண்ட் எப்படி அட்டைன் ஆகுது. ஸோ ஆல் திஸ் திங்ஸ் யூ நீட் டு நோ. அப்பதான் நம்மளால ட்ரபிள் ஷூட் பண்ண முடியும் ஒரு டிவைஸ். Okay, then we can able to see the TENS here. TENS, can anyone say the abbreviation of TENS, please? An expansion of TENS. Transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulator. That is called the TENS. So in the particular TENS sort of functionality, either trending all the devices what I saw, the trending equipments. So you can able to choose any of the devices. This particular thing, paralysis patients irukanga illaya, paralysis, epilepsy, காக்காவலிப்பு வந்தவங்க, பக்கவாதம் வந்தவங்க எல்லாம், அவங்களுக்குலாம் இருக்கிற ஒரே ஒரு ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் பிசியோதெரபி. தட் இஸ் TENS, டிரான்ஸ்குட்டேனியஸ் எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் நர்வ் ஸ்டிமுலேட்டர். டிரான்ஸ்குட்டேனியஸ் அப்படின்றது we can able to transfer something. Cutaneous means that under the epidermal layer, that is called the cutaneous. Through the transcutaneous layer we are transmitting something, that is called electrically we are stimulating the nerves. That will give the therapeutical treatment to the patient, those who are all affected by the paralysis and epilepsy. And then there are some, the ECG machine is there. Then ECG machine is trending. Then here the syringe pump. Syringe pump is as like the type of the infusion pump is syringe pump. So infusion pump ni ஏற்கனவே ஒன்னு இருக்கு. ஏன் சார் syringe pump? இந்த syringe pumpல என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க, என்ன மோட்டார் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க? Then what is an ECG machine? Then what is the pH meter? நம்ம நார்மலா pH meter தான். அந்த pH meterல என்ன சார் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? ஆசிட் என்ன, பேஸ் என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிப்போம். பட் அது நமக்கு தேவை கிடையாது. How the particular pH meter is functioning, எப்படி அது கண்டுபிடிக்குது ஆசிட் ஆ பேஸ் ஆனே? How the particular machine find out this particular solution is acidic or basic, அந்த particular விஷயங்கள் தெரியணும் இல்லையா? Then come to the defibrillator machine. So the BBL, defibrillator. So defibrillator machine. So இது வந்து நம்ம கான்பூர் புக்ல படிச்சிருப்போம் defibrillator. But practically நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது it makes some of the curiosity, man. Because all the devices what I said, no, it will cue some of the curiosity. At the same time, all the devices, it is especially used to save the life of the people. நான் காமிச்சது எல்லாமே பல்பு, டிவி, ரெஃப்ரிஜிரேட்டர் இது மாதிரி கிடையாது. எல்லா எக்யூப்மெண்ட் நான் காட்டின எக்யூப்மெண்ட் எல்லாமே லைஃபை சேவ் பண்ற எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டிவைசஸ் தான் நம்ம பாக்குறோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் defibrillator pads. Can anyone say the name of the pads, please? You have gone through the hospital training, right? Can you please anyone say the name of the pads here? Faculty members are also can able to involve now. Why not?
Tearing machine.
Come on.
Tearing machine.
I'm asking about the name of the pads. Where we need to keep the pads here? This is defibrillator, right? Where we need to keep the pads, I'm asking. Because defibrillator is trending. அதாவது ரொம்ப வருஷமாவே ட்ரெண்டிங்கா இருக்கக்கூடிய எக்யூப்மெண்ட். அதனால தான் நான் இதை மட்டும் கேள்வி கேட்கிற மாட்டேன். So these pads are apex and sternum pads actually. Apex and sternum pads. What is the name? What is the need we are having? The name is we need to keep this particular thing in apex region. We need to keep this particular thing in the sternum region. Okay. So that is what they are putting the name itself in the pads itself. In the pads itself, they are mentioning the name apex and sternum pads, defibrillator pads, bothly called. Then we have the charge and discharge button here. This is a monophasic defibrillator actually. So we need to give the electrical charge, electrical pulses externally to the patient to save the life of the people. So then that is what. So இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய டிவைசஸ் நீங்க வந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்கிடணும் கண்டிப்பா. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி டிவைஸ் எல்லாம் நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கும் போது தான் யூ ஹாவ் மேக் சம் ஆஃப் த ஒரு மார்க்கெட்டை போகும்போது நம்ம படிச்ச மிஷின் எல்லாமே சாதாரண மிஷின் கிடையாது அப்படின்றது உனக்கு வந்து படிக்கும் போதே கிரியேட் ஆனாதான் தட் இஸ் ஆக்சுவலி an important jump for the clinical engineer, man. மார்க்கெட்டுக்கு என்டர் ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறமா யூ நோ அபவுட் வாட் இஸ் பயோமெடிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரிங், அது வேஸ்ட். During the studies itself, you need to know about what is the biomedical engineering. How we can able to know? Through this kind of practical knowledge of equipment. ஒரு எக்யூப்மெண்ட்டை ட்ரபிள் ஷூட் பண்ணும் போது தான் நமக்கு தெரியாது. ஒரு டிவைசஸ் நம்ம ட்ரபிள் ஷூட் பண்ணும்போது அந்த டிவைசஸோட அப்ளிகேஷனை பார்க்கும்போது தான் you can clearly understand about the depth of the particular devices and depth of the departments. Okay, this is an ultrasound portable G ultrasound machine. We have a different set of the keys here and in the probe. So this is the probe I'm talking about. This is a TV probe. This is a TV probe and this is the convex probe. Convex or curvilinear probe. So இதுல நம்ம அல்ட்ராசவுண்ட்ல வந்து கான்பூர் புக்ல அல்ட்ராசவுண்ட் வந்து இருக்கு. A mode na enna, B mode na enna, M mode na enna, and what is the purpose of the ultrasound, and more than 20 kilohertz is ultrasound. All the thing is okay theoretically. Of course, that is required actually. That is required. My point of view is, you need to know about that also. Along with that, practical experience is also required. You know, this is the curvilinear probe. This is the pencil probe. What is the thing most important in the probe is this particular part, that is piezoelectric crystal. So the piezoelectric crystal na enna பண்ணும், எப்படி அல்ட்ராசவுண்ட் வேவ்ஸ் அதை சென்ட் பண்ணுது? நம்ம கொடுக்கறது எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் சிக்னல், ஆனா இது எப்படி சவுண்ட் வேவ்ஸா ஒயிட்டுக்குள்ள போகுது? சோ அந்த பர்டிகுலர் விஷயத்தை பண்றது பீசோஎலக்ட்ரிக் கிறிஸ்டல். சோ அப்ப அந்த பீசோஎலக்ட்ரிக் கிறிஸ்டல் எப்படி ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுது? இது வந்து டிரான்ஸ்மிட்டராகவும் ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுது, ரிசீவராகவும் ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுது. அது எப்படி அப்படின்றதெல்லாம் புக்ல இருக்காது. ப்ராக்டிக்கலா நீ போய் அந்த மெஷினை யூஸ் பண்ண போது தான் யூ கேன் ஏபிள் டு லேர்ன். திஸ் இஸ் த பென்சில் ஒர்க். ஃபீமேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் பார்ட்டை வந்து விசிபிள் பண்றதுக்காக, ரிவ்யூ பண்றதுக்காக இது யூஸ். And this is exposure for fetal ultrasound. Fetal நம்மளோட பேபி இருக்கக்கூடிய பேபியை பார்க்கறதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்ணப்படுது. fetal ultrasound abdomen யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. Okay, each and everyone have the different set of the frequency levels and all. So A mode, B mode, M mode. A mode is an amplitude mode, B mode is the brightness, and M mode is the motion mode. All the things we can able to see using this. This is a G, General Electrical, the world's best company in biomedical engineering is GE. So GE product. இன்னொரு GE ஓட ப்ராடக்ட் இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா X-ray. So X-ray machine is here. So எக்ஸ்ரே அப்படின்றது கான்பூர் புக்ல தனியாவே இருக்கும். ரேடியாலஜிக்கல் இமேஜிங் அப்படின்னு போட்டு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்ரே தான் போட்டிருப்பாங்க. அதுல ராஞ்சன் ஹிஸ்டரி எல்லாமே இருக்கும். பட் the most important thing is it is most sought of the device. ஏன்னா நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி 1895ல இந்த பர்டிகுலர் இன்வென்ஷனுக்கு அப்புறமா தான் ஹெல்த் கேர் அப்படின்றது பூம் ஆச்சு. That is why every biomedical engineer should know about the 1895 is a revolutionary year of healthcare. After the invention of this particular device only, healthcare has developed. Ultrasound machine, CT, MRI எல்லாமே அதுக்கு அப்புறமா வந்ததுதான். இந்த மெஷின் இல்ல அப்படின்னா உயிரோட இருக்கக்கூடிய உடம்புல இன்டர்னல் ஆர்கன்ஸை வியூ பண்றதுக்கு மெஷினை கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு எண்ணமே இல்லாம இருந்திருக்கு. This is the first device to view the internal organs physically. Okay, even the lively நம்ம வந்து பார்க்க முடியும். So of course X-ray பத்தின உங்களுக்கு விஷயங்கள் தெரியும். காலிமீட்டர், then the tube here. So இப்ப இந்த பர்டிகுலர் எக்ஸ்ரே மெஷினை எப்படி யூஸ் பண்றோன்றது நம்ம ஒரு வேலை கிடையாது. இது எப்படி ட்ரபிள் ஷூட் பண்றோன்றத வேலை. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இதுல கண்ட்ரோல் பேனல்ப்பா, இந்த கண்ட்ரோல் பேனல் உள்ள டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர், அந்த டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர் நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், அந்த டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர்ல ட்ரபிள் ஷூட் எப்படி பண்றது, வாட் இஸ் திஸ் கேவிஎம், இந்த கேவிஎம் எம்ஏ பட்டன்ல எல்லாம் வந்து ஃபால்ட் ஆயிடுதுன்னு நம்ம எப்படி கிளியர் பண்றது, எப்படி ரேடியேஷன், அந்த ரேடியேஷன் எக்ஸ்போசர் போது இங்க ஃபிளக்சுவேஷன் ஆச்சுன்னா என்ன பண்றது. ஸோ தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் த திங். அண்ட் தென் இதுல இது காலிமீட்டர் நமக்கு நல்லாவே தெரியும், இது டியூப் நல்லாவே தெரியும். பட் இந்த காலிமீட்டரோட ஃபங்க்ஷனாலிட்டி என்ன, இதுக்குள்ள லெட் சீட்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும், இந்த டியூப் எப்படி ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுது, இந்த ஹோல் செட்டப் எவ்வளவு பெருசா இருக்கு, இட் இஸ் அரௌண்ட் தி காஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அரௌண்ட் 2.5 lakhs. ஸோ இந்த ஹோல் மெஷினும் ஒரு 15 சென்டிமீட்டர் டியூப் நம்பி தான் இருக்கு. ஏன்னா அந்த 15 சென்டிமீட்டர் டியூப் தான் எக்ஸ் ரேடியேஷன்ஸ் வருது, அந்த டியூப் இதுக்குள்ள இருக்கு. ஒரு பயோமெடிக்கல் இன்ஜினியர் திங்க் பண்ணணும். For the safety measures, for the radiation exposure, for the radiation direct on the area focus பண்றதுக்கு. So அந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் எல்லாமே practically you learn. That is a very 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 important for the clinical engineer. So the topic I would like to say, the importance of the clinical engineer in the medical field industry is you need to know about the practical knowledge. That is the most important thing for a clinical engineer. Okay, then apart from this, theory is also important. At the same time, practical exposure is very very important. Fortunate, unfortunate, you have, fortunately, of course, fortunately you have a KMCS with you, but get a permission and go to the hospital. Even though there is no schedule there for you, get a permission and go on hospital visit and take a look of all the departments first of all, and make shortlisting of all the departments, and which one is comfortable for you, make shortlisted and do the same thing. Definitely you can able to get a job in GE or Johnson & Johnson or Medtronic, in a Philips or Siemens Healthineers during the final year itself, I'd say. Many of my students don't think that the fresher is not can't able to place in the tier 1 companies. Most of the students I know, they are in the Medtronics, freshers. They are getting a salary of around 75,000 a month. Where that kind of the thing is also happened. So this is the device and this is the thing we are supposed to know about to become a perfect biomedical engineer. Okay, video.
Thank you, sir. Your words were very valuable. There would be definitely many students coming out with flying colors after this informative session. Gratitude is not only the greatest of the virtues, but the parent of all others. Now I call Miss R. Geetika of second year BME to deliver the vote of thanks.
To speak gratitude is courteous and pleasant. To enact gratitude is generous and noble. But to live gratitude is to touch heaven. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I consider it as a great privilege to extend my gratitude to all the dignitaries who has made the Student Association inaugural function a great and a successful event. Today, words are not enough to express my heartfelt gratitude. On behalf of Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Guest Mr. S. Adina Milagi Pandian for letting us know more about the biomedical instrumentation and motivating us to explore the biomedical department. Thank you, sir. My sincere thanks to our chairman, Dr. Nallaji Palaniswamy, and our secretary, Dr. Tavamani D. Palaniswamy, for their hospitality and continuous support in their absence. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. O.T. Bhuvaneshwaran, Chief Executive Officer, KMCRET, in his absence. I would like to thank our respected principal, Dr. S.U. Prabha, for all the words of wisdom that radiated a source of energy within us. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to render my heartfelt thanks to our beloved HOD, Dr. M.G. Sumitra, for her valuable contribution, guidance, and encouragement to all our efforts, which keeps us motivating to do more. Thank you, ma'am. Heartfelt gratitude goes out to all the faculties who always stand beside us, guide us, lead us, and motivate us to explore new things. This great event cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling in advance. We are fortunate enough to be backed by a team for very motivated and dedicated Students Association. I thank all of them for their involvement and willingness. Last but not the least, I thank all the students who has rendered their valuable time and interest in the Student Association inaugural function. Once again, thank you all for making this function a wonderful one by your presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Geetika. Once again, thank you everyone to spend your precious time with us. Thank you, sir, for engaging us in this event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the management of Dr. NGP, especially head of the department, Dr. M.J. Sumitra Madam, and Vigneshwaran, who called me, and all the best to all the students, those who are studying second year, third year, and final year. I hope so. All the best for your future, and at the same time, keep learning, and don't deviate your aim and goal. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for making the session very interesting and spending your valuable time with us. Thank you very much. Once again, on behalf of all the students, members of this association, I request you to extend your valuable support for their future endeavors too, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Healthy, sir.